Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, wherever you might be. This is Steve Lookner. I'm at Right Side Broadcasting Studios in Auburn, Alabama. We are covering right now breaking news coming out of London, England. There has been a possible terrorist attack both at Parliament and near Parliament in London this morning. I guess there would be the afternoon. Here's what we know now based on what's been coming in. Information is changing, so I'll give you what we know. From what we know so far, we have reports of a car on, I believe, the Westminster Bridge, which is near Parliament, near the Parliament building there in London. A car ran into a number of people. We have that report. We also have reports of gunshots near where that happened. There is a lot of video out there. We're not going to show it, but there's a lot of video out there on the internet of people on this bridge. I have seen video of people hurt. I've seen a video of somebody who looked like they were near the bridge who was bleeding and not moving, looked like they could have been dead, I'm not sure, a number of people. So there's that part of this incident. Then there's also another incident, not sure yet if it's related or it's the same perpetrator or perpetrators, where somebody went into House of Commons or the area around House of Commons where they were not supposed to be. I'm not exactly sure yet. And they stabbed a policeman, and then the person who did this stabbing was then shot by police who were at the House of Parliament. So we have these two incidents. We have a car running into people on a bridge near the Parliament building. We have possible gunshots. There was a report I saw of like some kind of explosion when that car was running into people. Not sure about that. So we have that car part of the incident, and then we have this other part which may or may not be connected. I have to think that it's certainly highly possible it's connected. This other part of this other thing that went on, which is an intruder got into either the House of Parliament building or the grounds of the House of Parliament and stabbed a police officer and was then shot. So this is what we know so far. I'm going to go over my Twitter and give you the latest breaking information. Again, breaking news coming out of London, possible terror attack at the in London, both near Parliament and at the Parliament building. Last I heard, Parliament itself is on lockdown. People, the MPs and other people at the Parliament building are locked in their offices for safety reasons. We'll give you an update on that if we have that. And also, last I had heard, the police there in London are treating this until further notice as a terrorist incident, but no confirmation that it definitely was a terrorist incident. Important to keep in mind because, sometimes with these things we find out it was just it could be a disturbed individual or a very disturbed individual, and who's not doing this for for a political cause or something, but we'll just have to see what happens with that. So we're covering it. We're live on the air right now from Right Side Broadcasting. If you would like during our broadcast to either make a comment about this incident and say what you feel about it, your thoughts on the matter, or ask a question, or if you'd like, if you find some relevant, say, tweet or link online and help us cover this breaking news, we would certainly encourage and welcome and enjoy your feedback. You can either go to my Twitter, which is at Lookner, at Lookner, and you can direct message me there, or you can email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv. I am right now going to check my Twitter real fast just to see if anything, like in the last couple of minutes since we came on the air, came up about this attack. So excuse me while I go sort of scroll down here. And so I have a post here. There is a post, there's a site I like for breaking news. It's called News Executive, and it's at news_executive. They've been doing some reporting this morning. Here's some late reporting from them. According to News Executive, and this is a Westminster Bridge eyewitness says he saw at least 2 bodies lying on the road and 1 in the water. So if that's true, that would imply that the car possibly hit somebody with force and they ended up in the water because of this. And I will say, a video I saw this morning of a body which looked like it could have been dead or severely injured, which was purportedly from this scene. The person looked like they were at the bottom of a stairway, maybe near the bridge, which would also suggest that the person had been knocked down there. Again, I'm not sure. I wasn't there, but we're getting, again, this report of somebody in the water, and I saw a video of somebody who was lying at the bottom of the stairwell. So certainly if a car were to have hit people on this bridge, it could have scattered the people, knocked them in the water or whatever. News executive also reports heavily armed police, including from the Met Anti-Terror Unit, are all over the street near Parliament. So there's that report. Let me see what else news executive has. And again, this site is a good breaking news site. It's called @news_executive. And I'm going to watch right now. The Telegraph posted some footage of supposedly right after the attack. And I'll do this to you if I can. I don't know how well it's going to read on camera, but what I can show you is there's a car there. There's some footage there, but the footage is basically of the car. If you want to see that footage for yourself, I'm guessing it might be on the Telegraph site, but you can also, if you go to News Executive, @news_executive, you can see that photo and that footage. News Executive also reports the injured terrorist was transported under heavy police guard to hospital after he was shot inside the grounds of Parliament. And also Scotland Yard says the attack in Westminster is being treated as a terrorist incident. That doesn't mean it's definitely a terrorist incident, but it's being treated as such. Another report here from News Executive is that according to a police officer, at least one dead after a terrorist rammed his car into people, then stabbed a police officer to death. I had not heard that report yet. So according to this report, there was a car, it hit people on the bridge near Parliament, Westminster Bridge, I believe. Then the person, well, I don't know if it was after or before. I had heard reports that after that, the person went to Parliament, got inside the grounds, stabbed a police officer. This report says stabbed the police officer to death, and then that person was shot and brought to the hospital. So those are late reports from News Executive. I'm going to see if there's other late reporting here. This is from Conflict News. Conflict News is also a very good breaking news site, @conflicts, all one word, @conflicts. And their update is 8 to 10 injured on Westminster Bridge, police officer stabbed at Parliament, attacker shot, treated as terrorist incident. So that agrees with what we've been hearing from other sources, and the number here that Conflict News gave was 8 to 10 injured on Westminster Bridge. And Bloomberg Politics is reporting terrorist incident, gunfire at Parliament, car hits people, Prime Minister safe. So we have all of these reports. Again, if you'd like to comment on this breaking news, maybe you have a thought on it, or if you have a question that we could try to answer, either reach out to me at @Lookner on Twitter, @LOOKNER, or direct message me at steve.lookner, direct message me on Twitter, or email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv. Apologies, there was a bit of delay getting on the air. Today we had to fix a couple of tech issues, so our apologies for taking a little while to get on the air, but we wanted to get on the air and cover this live for you. Again, we are covering this breaking news of a possible terrorist incident. It's being treated as such by the British police. It was at the England Parliament. A car reportedly rammed into a number of people on a bridge near the Parliament building, and then the attacker entered the Parliament grounds, stabbed a police officer, and was then shot and reportedly transported to the hospital. Aram Fox, right? This is Aram Fox, one of our readers. His comment is that a Muslim did it. Now, we don't know who did it. We don't have any reports on it, but that is Aram Fox's view. So if you want to send in a comment, again, the information's on your screen right now. You can write to me on Twitter or in my email. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. And also, if you have any news that you're coming across, maybe you come across a good news link or an important tweet, you can help us cover the news by sending that to me as well. I am just right now checking my email and checking my Twitter periodically and trying to get you, as the news comes out, the latest information here. Also, I believe, now I'm not sure about this, well, I should say this, one other piece of information I was made aware of is that, first of all, Sean Spicer said that President Trump had been I saw a report that said Sean Spicer said President Trump had been briefed on the incident. And I saw a quote earlier on Twitter, I don't have it right here, that President Trump actually said to someone he was aware of the incident and heard that something, he said something like something unfortunate has happened in London or something. So reports are that President Trump has been made aware of the incident. I don't believe he has spoken officially on this. There is, I believe, supposed to be a Sean Spicer White House press briefing today. If there is, we will cover that live for you. And if there is, I assume he will speak on this. Certainly it's possible that President Trump will speak on this today. If he speaks on that, we'll do our best to bring that to you as well. So we will keep you informed as to what's going on, the latest updates with this incident. Christopher writes in, hey Steve, Drudge Report has it as front page news right now. Also there's some video, Parliament cordoned off after firearms incident in Westminster. So let me just look at this video that you sent me here, Christopher. Thank you for the video. Okay, so basically if people want, it's not just one video. I am looking right now at the Daily Mail site, and the Daily Mail has a big article on this called Parliament in Lockdown, Police Open Fire Outside Westminster, and there's a continuing headline. So you can look at that. But I'm going to show you a couple pictures. This is from the Daily Mail, and thank you, Christopher. And I'm not going to show you anything graphic, so this with the blood or anything. This picture I'll show you briefly is just, this says emergency teams were seen carrying out CPR inside the Palace grounds in New Palace Yard, the main thoroughfare and in and out of Parliament. So this is the picture they show at the Daily Mail. You can see right there, I'm not sure that exact location, but there's a bunch of police around and they are looking at, they're tending to people on the ground there. And again, that's from the Daily Mail, and you can go look at that, dailymail.com. There's a couple more pictures of here. There's a picture here of police treat. This is interesting. So there's a picture here of, this is police. It looks like they're treating people, and if you can see that. And what's happening is it looks like they're treating people, but if you look in the top left here, they're treating someone on the ground, it looks like, but also one of the police officers is pointing a gun at the person, which suggests possibly that's a picture of the suspect when the suspect was taken down. I'm not sure. But again, this is at Daily Mail. They have some other pictures of the incident. They have pictures of people being treated on the bridge, pictures of some other victims. So thank you, Christopher, for the heads up about that link. That's at dailymail.com. You can go there and find it to read more yourself if you'd like. Drudge Report right now, their headline is Terror at UK Parliament, Cop Stabbed, Pedestrians Mowed Down. So Drudge Report, it's in red, that's the headline there. You can go there for their coverage as well. I'm going to check and just make sure I'm not missing. So thank you, Christopher, for the heads up about that link. Cody Vatcher, where do you think the Prime Minister was transported to? Thank you for the question, Cody. I'm not sure about this. I had heard reports this morning on my way in that Theresa May was safe. I'm not sure where she is exactly. Is there a certain place that they do transport her in a situation like this? Perhaps there is. I'd be surprised if there wasn't some plan for that, but I am not sure. Also, it's very possible that if there is some place they transport the Prime Minister to in a situation like this, they don't let anybody know for obvious reasons, because if there's some terror attack, they don't want people knowing where the Prime Minister is. So I have not heard anything about that. Cody, good question. If I hear more, I will let you know. Again, we are covering right now it's a reported, well, it's being treated as a terror attack by the British police. The incident, as we've heard, is that a car rammed into a number of pedestrians on a bridge near the British Parliament building. I heard reports of 8 to 10 injured. I have seen pictures of people on the ground on the bridge. You can find them online if you'd like. We're not going to show graphic pictures here. There was a picture I saw of somebody reported on the bridge who looked like they were either dead or very seriously injured, motionless on the ground, very bloody. There was also a report of somebody a body in the water, or a person who'd been knocked in the water. Not sure about that. In addition to the car running into people, there were reports of gunshots on the bridge, a possible explosion on the bridge, and then also, and what seems to be a related incident, not confirmed yet, we've heard reports saying the person who drove the car into the people went over then to the Parliament grounds, entered the grounds, stabbed a police officer, and was then shot. But we're not sure exactly about numbers of people injured, but we do know that the London police are treating this as a terrorist incident. Also, Parliament, last I heard, was on lockdown. People shuttered in their offices, being kept in their offices, Parliament business coming to a stop. So we'll let you know more updates on this as we get it. We would like you to feel free to, when we cover breaking news here at Right Side Broadcasting, we like to cover it with your voice and have you involved in the coverage as well. So if you'd like to write in your comments about what's going on, I'm happy to read them on the air as long as they're clean. Or you can send in a question, which we'll try to answer. Or you can, as some people already, Christopher, send in a link. If you find a good news link with updated information or perhaps a photo or something, send that to me. You can either reach me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. You can direct message me there, or email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv. This is from Boog Row. Boog Row says 12 people are confirmed in the injured in the UK attack. I'm not sure where Boog Row is getting his information. I'm not doubting you, Boog Row, but according to Boog Row, one of our viewers, he heard 12 people are confirmed injured, and he says prayers to the UK. Thanks, Boog, for your comment. Let me check real quick my email here. And this is also, I want to check my Twitter, just my feed, just to bring you the latest updates. I'd like to get that quote from President Trump that I'd seen before, if I can find it. This is from Rukmini Calamachi. She reports for the New York Times. She says, London police are treating incident near Parliament as terror. She says, I'm monitoring ISIS channels, and there's no claim of responsibility. What there is chatter. She says, pro-ISIS channels are rejoicing at the bloodshed, including one that has created a poster to go with the violence. So I won't show it here, but she posts a link to a poster that was created showing like Big Ben blowing up and saying, soon our battle on your land, not started yet, be upon you only waiting. So if you want to see that or read her tweets, again, her name is, it's at RCALLIMACHI. She covers terrorism stuff for the New York Times. Oh, also, Rukmini Kalamachi says, numerous ISIS-linked channels are sharing blow-by-blow updates on events in London. We saw this post-Paris, post-Nice, post-Orlando, etc. I am going back. Also, she says, the mode of attack, according to reporters at the scene, includes stabbing and car ramming, both ISIS signatures. That's according to the New York Times' Rukmini Calamachi. Okay, this is from News Executive, the latest update from them just 3 minutes ago. They say at least one woman dead and a number of others critically injured. That's tragic news there. This is a very serious incident. We have a report of at least one woman dead and a number of others critically injured. And going back to the point that New York Times reporter Rukmini Calamachi made, so you remember there was that terrorist attack in Nice where the car there was a big truck and it ran over a lot of people. It's the tactic of running into people with a car. This is something we've seen this happen before from terrorists, and it happened in Nice. Now, it also has happened. It's been used in Palestine for anti-Israeli terrorism. We've seen that happen sometime, but we've also seen it for ISIS-affiliated terrorists. So we don't know yet. It hasn't been 100% confirmed this is terrorism yet, but if it is, this could be seen as someone using a similar tactic to our other terrorist attacks. Specifically other ISIS terror attacks. So we'll have to see more information. We'll have to wait on the information from the London police and see what they find out. No report yet on identity of attacker or attackers, who they might be. And then all these questions come up. You'll hear, is the person a British citizen? Are they not a citizen? What ethnicity are they? Did they post anything on social media about this? Do they have any history of mental illness? Were they acting with other people by themselves? All these questions still to be answered. I'm going to check my Twitter here and just seeing if there's more late information. So this is from a site called Israel Newsfeed. I'm getting this. and they're reporting ran over and stabbing attack, 12 wounded, outside UK Parliament, 2 shot, building on lockdown, PM evacuated. A lot of that is information that we had gone over before. Hala Gurani, and I think she's from CNN, she's from CNN, she tweeted out about 10 minutes ago, MP, Member of Parliament, inside House of Commons tells me they are still on lockdown. So according to CNN's Hala Gurani, the House of Parliament is still on lockdown in London. And Jennifer Griffin from Fox News Channel also reports the UK Metropolitan Police are treating the Parliament attack as a terrorist incident until we know otherwise. So, and again, I'm going to look real quick. Let me repeat before I do that. If you want to send in a comment or a question, be happy to read it on the air. If you want to send a link, if you find any interesting links you'd like to share with our viewers, please reach out and write to me. You can direct message me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. I'll get it here on my iPad. Or you can email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv. We like to hear your input and have you help us cover the breaking news when we cover breaking news here. This is from Ellis. Ellis writes, "Hey Steve, watching from the UK, I've seen some horrible images, a lot of people with broken legs and other injuries who got hit by the car. Looks like one person who was hit and went over the bridge and fell at least 10 feet onto concrete stairs, not sure what their condition is. Apparently the police have said there's a suspicious package in the car somewhere, might be nothing. Very scary, was only a matter of time before this happened. MI5 can only prevent so many attacks. Also, the attacker was middle-aged, Asian, Middle Eastern." So that's what our viewer Ellis has heard. I can't confirm any of that information, but thank you, Ellis, for telling us what you have heard. And again, when we cover breaking news here, also, we try to give you the information that we're getting and that we're hearing as we get it, but we'll always say, hey, this is not confirmed yet. And, I do find when I'm watching breaking news in the mainstream media, they really a lot of times shy away from even giving anything until like it's 100% confirmed. But the problem with that is I feel a lot of information does get out there early reported, and I feel like it's better for you to hear the reports and just know that, and I know when I'm covering breaking news, I want to know what's being reported even if it's unconfirmed, and I know it's unconfirmed. So what we try to do, I think that we try to get our stuff, we're going to let you know what the reports are, we'll let you know that they're reports, we'll let you know they're unconfirmed, but you should just be aware that when we say they're unconfirmed, they haven't been confirmed. But we want to, unlike, I think in this day and age, I'm someone who has always followed breaking news coverage and tried to get the latest myself, and I got frustrated with the mainstream media because they wouldn't even report like something that lots of people were reporting as something they'd heard or seen or something, and I want to hear not just what's 100% confirmed. An hour later, I'd like to hear the reports that are coming out now, and I can decide for myself whether I should believe in them or not. So we will here try to give you the latest reports we hear, something I don't think you see a lot in the mainstream media, but we'll let you know it hasn't been confirmed yet, and you can decide what to believe, what not to believe. We are, and to continue here, we are covering this possible terror incident, and it's being treated as a terror incident by the London police. At the UK Parliament and near the UK Parliament, a car has run into a number of people on a bridge there. Reports of 1 dead, a number critically injured. Also, a stabbing of a police officer inside the Parliament grounds, and the attacker of the police officer, the stabber, reportedly shot and taken to the hospital. We are covering this here, and would like to get your input as well. If you want to write to me and let me know your comments or your thoughts or your questions, go to at Lookner on Twitter, my Twitter, at Lookner. Direct message me or email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv. That information is on your screen right now. Okay, I'm going to check my Twitter again and see if there are any later new news updates. I keep meaning to check and see if I can find President Trump's comment. Let me see if I can find that. I'm going to do a quick search here, and I think I'm going to hear something in my ear in a second. Yes, I am listening to something in my ear. Yes, yes. 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 So I just got in my ear, there will be a press briefing starting in around 30 minutes from the White House. And I'm guessing... Press briefing starts at 1:30 Eastern time. Oh, I see. So we're going to go to a different event. And so I'll be here, but we'll be on a different event. Jake, I'm getting in my ear? Okay. So to correct myself, there will be a press briefing today, but it doesn't start until scheduled 1:30 Eastern, which is about an hour from now. So what we're going to do in about a half an hour, we will switch over feeds. So I'll be here, but basically you'll just close one window and go to another window where you can open, and I'll be here again. And that'll be the pre-show for the Sean Spicer press briefing, which we'll have here live. So I'll let you know before we're going to do that, and we'll let you know how to continue following our coverage here. Thank you, Jake. So I'm trying to find here President Trump's quote that I saw reported this morning. Okay, so this was from Katie Tur of MSNBC reported this morning, about a half hour ago. She said, Trump almost whispered at Women's Health Roundtable, this is what Trump whispered, President Trump whispered, getting update, hearing some terrible news out of London, it just happened. So Katie Tur reported that that's what President Trump said this morning, getting update, hearing some terrible news out of London, it just happened. We will see if President Trump has an official comment on this later. Maybe he will tweet about it. Maybe he will talk about it in person. I'm pretty darn sure Sean Spicer will be asked about it. So Sean Spicer, I'm pretty sure, will make a statement on this during the press briefing. That starts in about an hour. We'll have it here at Right Side Broadcasting for you. For now, we're covering this breaking news story, this possible terrorist attack out of, and it's being treated as a terrorist attack by the police there out of London at and near the UK Parliament building. I am going to check real quick here my Twitter feed and see if there are any late updates before I go back to your comments and questions. Let me just refresh here. Okay, Sky News, very big news channel in England, is reporting. A woman has died and several other have, quote, catastrophic injuries following the terror attack in Westminster. And if you're looking for another window to open while you're watching this, I don't mind you doing that. Well, we like to tell you, we know a lot of you cover breaking news. Like when I follow it, I open a bunch of windows. Sky News, I know in the past, from following breaking news online, especially breaking news in Europe, they often have a free stream of their coverage. So if you're looking for coverage, for example, they might have some photos or some footage or something like that, try searching Sky News on your web browser and opening up Sky News. Feel free to put it right next to this video if you'd like. The more, we don't care, the more news sources you have, that's fine with us. So, but Sky News, I've often found when stuff happens in England especially or in Europe, they can have good coverage, and often you can get a free stream of them online. So that's a recommendation for you. Let's see here. From BBC Breaking News, actually Cassie Dillon retweeted this. Thank you, Cassie, for retweeting this so we could see it. A woman dies and a number are hurt, some with catastrophic injuries after Westminster Bridge incident. That's from BBC Breaking News. So far we've had several very reputable sources confirming one dead and a number very seriously injured, critically injured, catastrophic injuries in this terror attack, being treated as a terror attack in London near the Parliament building. And actually, this is a report. Paula Chertok sent this out, but she quoted CNN as saying UK reports at least one dead, but the point she made was not sure that's assailant or not. That's a very good point. Well, so all we've heard one woman dead, but we've had no confirmation on whether that's the attacker or not. So I saw an earlier report that said the attacker was alive after being shot, so we don't know yet. Oh, so are we gonna go now to the pre-show for the Sean Spicer press briefing? Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to continue our coverage. We're covering today live the Sean Spicer press briefing from the White House. So what we're going to do now is we're going to basically continue the coverage here, but it will become the pre-show. But what you'll need to do to follow that coverage is open up, and you'll close this one because the stream will end, and you'll open another window. Can we tweet out and Facebook out that new link when we have it? Okay, so if you want to know where the new link is, you can either go to Right Side on Facebook, Facebook on Twitter. Facebook on Twitter is @RSB Network. If you go to @RSB Network, you can find, we're going to tweet out where the new link is going to be for our coverage. And or you can look up Right Side Broadcasting on Facebook, and we're gonna post on Facebook where the link is. But so for now, what we're going to do is go right now. We're going to stop this stream right now and just start a brand new stream that will lead into Sean Spicer's press briefing momentarily. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, but please join me in a few seconds on the other stream. And again, to get that stream, either go to at RSB Network on Twitter or Right Side Broadcasting on Facebook. If we haven't done it already, we're about to post where the new stream will be. And I will be right here covering the London terror attack and also doing the pre-show for the Sean Spicer press briefing. So I'll see you all in a few seconds on a different window. And that's it. Hope to see you in a few.